Hello and welcome to Mr. Game Review Show. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like button and put a comment below the video. Thank you so much. The Blue Marlin is a fishing video game developed by Hotbee and released on the NES in 1991. It's the spiritual successor to the Black Bass, another fishing title from the same developer. While the Blue Marlin shares some similarities with its predecessor, it sets itself apart by focusing on deep-sea fishing, primarily targeting large species like marlin and sailfish. The gameplay in the Blue Marlin is relatively simple yet engaging for its genre. Players embark on fishing tournaments in locations like Florida and Hawaii, where they must catch the biggest and most exotic fish. The game has two primary phases, the travel phase and the fishing phase. The player navigates a boat in search of prime fishing spots. There are various factors, such as weather and water conditions, that affect fishing success. Once the boat locates an active area with fish, the fishing phase begins. This is where the real action happens. Players must lure fish to the bait, and once a fish bites, they engage in a battle of patience and skill to reel it in. The mechanics here require proper timing to reel, adjust tension, and ensure the line doesn't break. For a NES game, the Blue Marlin has reasonably detailed visuals. The boat, fish, and environments are rendered adequately, with enough detail to distinguish the different fish species. The underwater scenes are simplistic but effective for the gameplay. The sound is functional but not exceptional. The music and sound effects are repetitive with no standout tracks. However, the sound cues for fish bites and tension on the line are effective in heightening the sense of urgency during fishing battles. The game's learning curve is moderate, but the repetitive nature of the gameplay can make it feel tedious after extended play sessions. Once players master the fishing mechanics, there isn't much to keep them coming back aside from the desire to catch bigger fish or beat high scores. Catching large fish, especially marlins and sailfish, requires precise timing and skill. Players need to manage the tension of the fishing line carefully, reeling in when the fish isn't pulling too hard and easing off when it starts fighting. If you reel in too quickly or keep the tension too high, the line will snap and you'll lose the fish. This can be frustrating, especially during extended fights with larger fish. The Blue Marlin is a niche title that will appeal mainly to fishing enthusiasts or NES collectors. Its fishing mechanics are enjoyable for a time, but the lack of variety and depth limits its long-term appeal. For fans of 8-bit fishing games, it's a decent, if somewhat repetitive, experience. Whether the Blue Marlin is worth playing depends largely on what you're looking for in a game. If you're into retro gaming or enjoy collecting and playing classic NES games, the Blue Marlin can be an interesting addition to your library. It has its charm as a fishing simulator with a decent challenge for the time it was released.